Welcome everyone. Today we are going to be fixing the LB button. I don't know if the microphone can pick it up, but this one can click. This one no longer clicks. I guess some people do press a little hard on these buttons. Now, all you need to do to fix this problem, either you can salvage the button from a joystick you're no longer using, an old one, or you can purchase it. I bought this one from Take-A-Lot. It was a bit overpriced. I think it's cheaper on eBay and also on Amazon, depending on where you are in the world. So I bought this one on Take-A-Lot. It was like 200 bucks. In South Africa, the price of the entire joystick, like the red pulse I have over here, is 1,400 rands. So at least I'm saving 1,200 just by replacing this LB button over here. Now I'm going to be using my screwdriver. It's called the Pro Tools screwdriver, but it's a very nice kit. Almost everything you're gonna need is inside this box. The Xbox joystick uses this screw over here. So I'm just going to put it on the side, touch it. Yeah. So here's the most important part. There are 5 screws. We're gonna get to that right now. But first we're gonna remove the battery harness, and then you're gonna peel off this paper. That's when you will find the first screw. So we'll just undo that. So you can take it off with your magnet. Now step number 2, you have to make sure you apply some manpower because these flaps over here are kind of hard to remove. But don't worry, they don't break easily. Just put your hand here and pull. Yeah, I know. It sounds like it's breaking, but trust me, you will not break these flaps. They are made from very strong plastic for some reason. There you go. We're inside. Now you're gonna take off these screws. It's gonna be screw 1, screw 2, screw 3, screw 4. So I'm gonna start with this one. I don't know why I gave them numbers. Anywho, let's go. Make sure you don't lose your screws. I mean, of course, if you're planning to put this back together, you're gonna need your screws. So be careful with that. I remember as a kid, I used to lose a lot of this. Started fixing things when I was a kid. Anywho, now that you have that, you're just gonna remove this cover over here. Now it's gone. You can, from here, it's not necessary, but you can remove this cover as well and put it on the side. Then you're gonna have to remove this button over here. But first, just remove this cover, the front cover next to the USB. Just all you have to do is just pull it like this, and then it's just going to remove itself. There it is. Put it on the side. Now to remove the button itself, here's the important part. See this hook over here? I don't know if you can see it, and I don't know if it's on focus, but I'll just guide you through it. Just push it like this, and then the whole button will come out. It's the same thing on the other side. And you have something that looks like this. This one is old and beat up. So I'm just gonna throw it away. We're going to open our RBLB button. I don't know if you can see that. It came in this packaging from Take-A-Lot. I think it's some third-party reseller who is selling this, so that's where it comes from. Anywho, this is how it looks like. So the other one, as you can see closer, I tried to super glue it, but trust me, the super gluing does not work. It's this stuff over here. This tab, this is actually the pin that does the button press. As you can see, in comparison with this one, it still has both these pins, but this one no longer has one of these pins. So that's why it had to be replaced. Super glue doesn't last well because it's quite brittle, so it breaks when you apply a little bit of shock. So now we are going to replace the button. It's quite easy. All you have to do is make sure that you aim these holes over here because that's where the buttons are. So the pins go in here and in here. I hope you can see that. These holes here. So that's where the buttons are. So you need to make sure you align it with those 2 spaces. And on the side, they will just click automatically. Make sure you aim the holes and just press. I don't know if the microphone can pick that up, but we are already clicking to make sure that on the side it's actually holding here, and check on the other side. Okay, if you are satisfied with that, you can then now move on to the next stage of replacing or reinstalling this front cover over here. Now all you have to do is align it with these two pins over here. I don't know if my camera can get them. It's two pins, this smaller inner pin and this other pin over here. They align with these holes. See these holes? See those holes? So you just have to hook them like this on those holes, those two pins, and then you click. Yeah, there you go, boy. There you go. Yeah, now it's fully attached. The joystick is basically as good as new already. Anywho, and then the next step you're going to do is to put it back together. So we're going to start with the cover. Make sure these battery terminals go back to where they were. Let's see, back. Okay, cool. Careful, do not bend anything, otherwise you might just lose your entire joystick. So yeah, basically we are done. You can also replace this if you've got some replacement analog, especially one that looks better than mine. It's a bit beat up. In fact, let me change it. I think this joystick over here has some fresh analog stick to offer. So let's see. Much better. Removing this one, and then you can just replace the cover. It's easy to align. And then you're done. Now it's time to screw it back together. I'm just gonna fast forward this. Let's go. Now we're done. And to reinstall these two flaps over here, all you have to do is align one with the correct side and just press it in. No biggie, just press it in. Trust me, these are hard to break. And now our joystick is back to its functional state. Do we need to test it? I'm gonna test it anyway. Some problem. I guess some people will have very strong hands. Sorry, destroy these buttons first. So I really get problems with the triggers and all these other buttons. So yeah, it's working. Anyway, yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys, and see you next time.